Okay, next we're going to pick one of the long sides where the entrance will go. That's completely up to the customer. Whichever side you're on the long side here, the entrance will be on the left side of one of these long sides here, just to the right of this pole. So I'll put the ladder there for right now, and then we'll climb up and start with the safety enclosure. This can be tough. It's a little tricky, but it's definitely doable. Just takes a little bit of time, and let's hop up there and give it a shot. All right, so once we're up here, probably the easiest way to start is find this warning label right here. That's going to be the bottom side of the net, and then directly opposite of that on the top side of the net, we're looking for this red stitching right here. And that's what we're going to start with. Once we're inside, you can also do this from the outside on a ladder. I prefer to do from the inside if you have the height. So we'll start on pole 1, which is this pole right here. And what we're going to do is we're going to drop this part into this notch up top here. You don't want any part of the actual net in that notch. You just want this top strap right where that red stitching is. And then we'll continue along to pole 2, and we'll work our way around. And you want to keep this as tight as you can, because that'll help with the overlap at the entrance. Once we get to the basketball hoop to start, I just like to connect it to these 2 lower bolts with the acorn nuts on them, and we'll redo that here in a little bit. Okay, so once we made it this far, as you can see, the end of this strap doesn't look like it's long enough to get into this buckle right here. So what I like to do is take that off the top of the pole, and same with this side right here, just drop that down. That'll give you some extra length. And then like to put the one end through the buckle there on the back side, and then through the front side here. And if you still need a little bit more net to do that, you're welcome to just take this down. You can even go down lower if you want. And then that'll give you a little extra slack to do that. And then same with this buckle on the opposite side here. Like to take it through that center hole right there, and then back through this front one right here. And I like to tighten that up a little bit. We'll do the same with the bottom here. Tighten up. Let's see this side here. Tighten up a little bit. What I like to do next is raise these up a bit, so they're not locked into the latch here, but just up on that cap, and then go around and do the same thing with each pole. I like to tighten these up a little bit up top. Same with down below here. Okay, so once we get to this point, you can take a look at these top buckles. I like to have this buckle on this side of the pole here. And then you want to check this out as well, see where that red strip is, because that'll go back in that notch right there. Where we're at right now, we'll have a little gap in between the net, which is fine. Once we pull things down, tighten things up, the net will overlap. So we also want to look at these bottom buckles. This is pretty much straight down from that top one there, and this one as well. So we'll lift these back up into the notch of the net. Right now we'll do the same thing up here with the hoop. Okay, next we'll move on to the straps. There's 8 straps, 1 per each pole. Kind of a couple ways to do this. One way, you can go through the bottom of the net there and then back around the pole here and then run it through itself there. The way I like to do it is take it through there, just like we did the first time. And then just around this pole right here, through the buckle, and then cinch that up to where it's pretty tight. You'll have a lot of excess stuff here, so I prefer to just wrap it a couple times and then just tie a simple knot here, so it's not hanging down. The end one's a little bit different. Same thing, pull down a little bit. And then same process right here. All right, once all the straps are attached to the net around the frame there, we'll move on to the bungees. There's 3 bungees on each corner. We're gonna tie them to the bottom of the net here, with just a couple simple knots. Next step, we'll move to one of the ends here, and we want to tuck this pad in. The flap of the pad, we'll tuck that underneath, and then what we're going to do is we're going to wrap this bungee around this bottom strap here. All right, so this is a 7-foot bungee. Like to take this clip off, put on the opposite end here, and then we'll put that through over the top of that bottom strap there, and then we'll weave it about every 2 holes. A lot of times you'll have a little excess, the strap, just wrap it around a couple times. I like to grab that, put that back on, and then just clip it right there, and you're good to go. Check this pad. Make sure that flap's still underneath there, and we'll move to the opposite end. All right, so we've done the 2 end bungees here. Around the bottom of the net and the frame. We've done the one right here as well. We'll save this one to the very end, but right now I'm going to tie these 2 straps up top here, this bottom one right here on the inside, and then I'll get to this one here before I do the 10-foot bungee on the side there. So with this, just like to get rid of that slack and help secure it, keep it tight with the help of the buckle there and these 2 knots. I'll do the same thing over here. And when you're doing this, you don't want to get any part of the actual net itself in there. You just want to get the top of the strap. When tying this, you want to make sure you get both of these bottom straps here together. Okay, once that's done, we'll do the same thing with this pad flap here. We'll tuck that in. And then with this bungee right here, we've taken this part off, put it on this end down here where I'll finish up. Then we'll just wrap the excess bungee around the pole a couple times and then clip it back in right here. All right, we're finished up with the install. If you're interested in one of the AlleyOOP 10x17 trampolines, check us out at backyard-dreams.com. If you're in Colorado or nationally, you can go to JumpSport.com. The AlleyOOP 10x17 is truly the bounciest trampoline you'll find out there on the market right now. So check us out. Thanks for watching.